All right. So what did you think of that last prophecy slash of a goddess, basically? Prophecy of a goddess. Makes my boobs hurt, actually. It's like impending doom kind of story, you know? It's like, you know, when it starts to rain in that movie, I think it's Mean Girls. Something she says when it rains, her boobs always hurt or something. So it's like, so it's from. So I made this. I'm still wearing it. It's the guitar pick slash choker thing. I don't know what I'm doing with it, but I was going to show you some more of what I do in my MAGIK time. So there is a difference between that and MAGAC. I don't spell. Sometimes I make those little things, don't mind them, like MAGAC. I might mess up. I'm just going to blow through them. So sometimes it does help me actually pick up energy for doing more of my ritual. Whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. I like the word ritual. Anyway. Switching gears here. One is for performance, one is for ritual, one is for your own kind of thing. The first one I mentioned was for your own, the second one I mentioned was for performance art. That may mean, and if you know anything about it, that when you're sharing and teaching your K, you may be sharing and teaching a little bit of C, because you have to perform what you're doing. It's not just for you anymore. So it may be an element, you know, that kind of thing, like, oh, I'm on TV, I'm like a rock star or something, you know, that kind of thing. Because you're definitely, like, interested in the entertainment part of it, right? So, that's that. I have a major itch in the back of my arm. Anyway. So we went through the, what's it called? What is it? Some protection energy levels, some protection energy spells, and then we went through welcoming birth spells. We read them and talked about them, and then we haven't done anything of the energy readings of them, so I'm probably going to start that. And I think I need to write down, well, the prophecy one, I think it's just, it's an ongoing one, kind of. If, like, I learn more about it. Anyway, I think it's an ongoing one. I'm not going to write it down yet, because it's already like a story, and that would stop the flow of the story if I was going to stop and keep writing it. And I have these as a reference anyway. So, take it back to my desk. It's not very beautiful, is it? But it does the purpose. It does work its purpose. What do you think about the artwork? Did that myself. Anyway, edit. So we have all of that, and I think we should do some energy reading on the welcoming of babies. We have the first one is, and I'll clean this up after a little bit. It's from the last thing we did. Anyway, we are doing the energy level. I need a colorful marker, so I'm not bored to death. Purple would be nice. Purple. So there's that. Alright. Spells for ailing children, peach padlock. You ready? Alright, 10. Alright, it's 10 or under. So we'll do 1. Is that 1? 2? Yeah, it's at 1. Stop bedwetting spell. Oh. Let's see. The stop bedding spell comes in at, stop bedwetting spell, 100, okay. Stop bedwetting spell, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 50. So we do 40, 41, 42, 42. That's one of my favorite numbers, actually. Welcome baby spells, 100, 200, 300, 210, oops, 210, 210. Oh. Okay. Welcome spell Jamaica. 10, 20, 30, 40. So it's 31, 32, 32. And then we have welcome spell 2. 10, 20, 11, 12, 12. Welcome spell modern Egyptian. 10, 5, 10, 7, 7, 6, 6. Yep, 6. Okay, welcome spell Russian. 10, 20, 30, 30, 21, 29, 29. Feel it. You go for it when it breaks, you know. So that's all of those. You can do that as well, or just copy mine. None of these really had a lot of energy in just one of them. But if I go back to the welcome spell, all of these, the baby spell will come in at 210. So we have 100, 200, see, 200. Let me try again. Welcome baby spells together. 100, 200. It's actually 110. Wait a minute. 10, 20, 210. 210. Welcome baby spells. 200, 210. Yeah, it's the same. I just gotta take some energy and like make sure I have enough energy to keep this close until it breaks on purpose. So those are the energies. Doing them together, it looked like it was more about 210. Although, see, welcome baby spells combined comes in at an energy level of 100, 100, 100, 100. It's definitely close. 200. All right. Let's do spells for ailing children. Let's not do any more of that because my hands are tired. Let's find one we can do for that we've already that we have already checked its energy span for. Let's see, protection, we'll go back to protection. Actually, these might be like energy releases. So I've been thinking in the spiritual realm about how energy sometimes has a release button to it. So it's like you let it come into your life and it will go off in a certain energy level, just like light. When it goes through an atmosphere that has more clutter in it, more like oxygen or nitrogen and all those elements that could cloud an atmosphere like smog or like thicker air. When light goes through that kind of air or whatever combination of air, it's slower because it has it's slower whenever it has to hit more, right? So those places are like skimming off of things and stuff like that, hitting things. And then when there's a molecule here and a molecule here, instead of here, 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 and here, so there's just two and the air is thinner, then light can go through faster because it's not hitting this and then going and stuff like that. So I was thinking that's like this energy stuff. So we have like, if it has a stopping point, like a going from a major resistant point, you stand in that point and you let the energy come in, it's also going to go off at the same, it might be something else before, I don't know what it is before, but when you let it in as a human, you have like power to let things in, right? So you can, it at least goes off at that amount of force that's behind it. So, so like I don't know how you could do all these baby ones together. Maybe all four people doing different things and letting it at the same time, and at least the room would feel like it, unless they were really combined as one spirit. That'd be quite a spell, or whatever. But if you did, say, the spell for ailing children, Peach Padlock, well then it would be like the energy comes in and it goes off at a minimal one. You know, like that's how much energy it has to help. And then it goes off for. So that's all this stuff. Some of these things may have more importance for some people than others. Important, not necessarily more energy level. Like say you wanted to treat it like a diet and you're allowing, 40% of your energy to go to protection spells and 60 to go to baby welcoming spells. Well, you could reverse that. It would still be the same amount of energy for both people, up to 100, but their lives would look totally different because, or, at least somewhat different because they're focusing on different things. It's very possible. Let's see. I think they'd look more different. And also, I think that it's possible that this energy would look different in a different era. So say, this is a theory so far. I don't know if I've really been in the spiritual world for this yet. I can't remember yet, or at least in the moment. As it jogs my memory, I'll say. But, so we are in this age or era that we call it, like we call it, you call it this thing, I call it that thing. Some people are like the end time, some people are like the computer age and stuff like that, there's at least two that I can only think of at the top of my head. Such a teeny brain. So this energy over here, like with the truth teller test or the truth test, or like measuring at least a number that can come out of human muscle memory for where truth is held. I think it's, at least with some leeway, there might be a little bit. Let's see. We can tell what's good for this time. So say like going forward, there's another era that comes up in 1,000 years. This energy, or maybe sooner, I don't know. Probably later. This energy would be more irrelevant, so my measurements might be more irrelevant. It's maybe for two reasons. Energy threshold is larger, so we have the capacity to hold more truth. So these may just be on a different spectrum, where one was one before, but now we have an 1,001. So it goes up higher. And the other one is, I don't know how yet, like I said, it's a theory. The focus may change and these may shift. So the numbers may shift, like the 2 may become a 1, or we'll just do away with that spell altogether or something like that. So, take my picture of you. Anyway. So that is the probably the essence of what is going on with some of the energy and how it's held for us. Maybe a little bit too much for this part of like learning or whatever, and this part of the book that I'm going through. But like I said, like I will say, I am just trying to learn how to teach what I know, and it's basically going to be however it's coming to me. Now that I start to tap into other, sounds so silly, but I don't know, it sounds so different to say that there's another spiritual realm out there and I'm tagged by it. So, yeah, whatever. It's like there's I'm coming out of the pagan closet kind of thing. Not the sexual closet, but the pagan closet. So it's a lot, it's almost as confusing and It's like confusing and a big deal because it just makes you weird. So whatever. But yeah, makes you weird, or you at least like weird things, and so you're talking about weird things and things that aren't really like easy to bring across in like a workplace or maybe like your home or anything like that. Like it takes a little while, so I have my art studio space. So it's easier for me to talk about who I am from that perspective. Anyway, from a feeling safe perspective, it's not like these people aren't safe, it's almost like paganism is a two-way street because it's made on the energy level of humans, you know? So like, if you are if you're working on being kind, you might be quiet and not talk about your pagan roots because you're respectful of other people's life force in that room, their auras, what they want to give, what they might not want to hear, and you might just be really sensitive to knowing what people want to hear. You know, and if they don't want to hear about that, even though the winds may change and they may warm up as you're talking to them, you may be very self-conscious of that and want to really respect that. But, so you may want that. And if that's really you, then you might be better letting it happen here on video or something like that. So that it's not as mind-boggling to you, at least, you know, why you're not saying it to other people as much. So, plus, I don't know of any place to like get in contact with anyone right now that I'd want to like teach. So I just want to teach it this way. So that's it. So yesterday we made this for the protection spell. I think we'll move on and read some more spells. I might tape this in the book actually, because I don't know. I know we did that one. Okay, let's just try another one. This is pregnancy and childbirth spells again. Alright, let's try reading some of these. Go back still. Spells for ailing children conjure bag. Collect dust from crossroads. Place it inside a cloth together with a chili pepper and an iron nail. Tie it up tight with black wool or red thread. Place the chili pepper as needed, burning the old one. Blessed red lead from one of the protective Hindu deity Hanuman's official shrines may be substituted for the crossroads dirt. Spells for ailing children. 2. Fumigation. This spell offers spiritual protection as well as magical cleansing to remove any lingering malevolence. Burn alum, coriander seeds, and harmel, Syrian rue. Pass the baby gently through the smoke or hold the baby over it. Spells for ailing children. 3. Iron. This traditional Ashanti spell understands spirits to be a potential cause of illness. There are 2 things malevolent spirits usually really dislike: iron and bells. Attach iron rings, beads, and bells to cord, tying hopes, blessing, and intentions to every knot. Tie the cord to the child's ankles. This may be done as a preventative measure before any illness or trouble manifests. However, in an emergency, any visiting negative energies may be safely drawn out and repelled while the anklet is in place. So, that reminds me of something I might still have. Maybe. I used to have iron nail. 1 or 2 of them lying around from something I was working on. So I might make a little bracelet, anklet, or something. That is this. So weird on camera these days. Kind of made sense after I squished my third eye into the spiritual realm. So that's a little nail. See? Came from the back. It looks like it's iron because it's really old. It's a tack. Might be steel. But it looks like iron to me. It's really small. But we'll try making a corded anklet anyway. So we have this and jute. Oh. Jute. It's good for children, it can also be good for adults, you know. Let me tie this on. I kind of just poked it through. I wonder if that would work for a little while if you just wore it for the day. See how it's like, just push through the center. Then maybe tie it? Maybe. Just try not to scab yourself. Could try. Could try dulling the nail. It did say nail, didn't it? It's kind of odd for children to have a nail. Let's see. Oh, okay. Iron rings and beads. They're not iron nails. Those in the pouch. It's possible though. Let's see. This is a rock. And I'm just taking the nail and I'm going to try to bend it as much as I can. No, it's not going to work. Maybe it will. So this side's dull now. You see? Kind of see, right? It's dull. It's dull. So it probably won't do much, but I'm going to try one more thing. So I made this little beehive. I kind of covered the nail. I'm going to see if, like that, little beehive. I just wrapped it and then tied it again. Pulled it, wrapped it down and then up again, and then tied it. And then, what do I have? Oh, it's not a Mod Podge. I'm going to try sticking some glue on it on the ends. have a couple different kinds of glue I could try. But this one is just clear. Just let it glue, let it dry. Right, so there's that, it's drying. And then I just tied it like this, so that'll dry, it won't be white anymore. This is a part of I'm gonna make an ankle bracelet. I'll go around and attach like that. Or maybe I'll just leave it on the jute and I'm just learning how to tie it. Let me see how much it needs. So I need the last tie about here. And then it's an iron nail. And that'll help. And then you can cut this and tie it. And just probably won't use that while it dries. So this will be it, like that. And it'll tie through here, like that. Then you'll have your little iron protection. And whatever it's called. Oh, I feel that spell again. Since it's a spell, I feel a bit like, but it's an amulet for a ankle bracelet. Once it dries, it's got the iron nail in it, and then you just wear it. It's protecting for babies. Which one is it? It's this one is the traditional Ashanti spell, understanding spirits to be a potential cause of illness. 2 things malevolent spirits rarely dislike: iron and bells. So that's what it's for. So maybe when you're walking by children, you'll be sending a little protection their way. That's good. Do the energy testing in a little bit. My hands are tired. Take a break.